All right, everybody, welcome to episode number 59 of our TNA Local to Global run in TEW9. Uh, we have hit 66 in the southeast. We've hit 60 in mid-south, which is one of the other. I guess we need five. So one of the other named regions we need 77 in. So Mid-Atlantic and Southwest are getting up there. Tri-State is the next closest. We're still a little bit off. We're a medium, so we're about halfway. Then we got to hit big, huge, and then finally get to Titanic, and that one might be difficult. Hopefully the strategy I'm going to employ works. It could not. We are 2 months out from merchandise being finito, and we'll see how much that affects it. We make a good chunk of change out of that. Last month we made over 1 million, um, which is definitely nice. I mean, merchandise almost pays for the workers. It definitely pays for everything else. Oh, we paid $450,000 taxes. Government just stealing my money. Um, we are in the final month. We are coming into what is going to be one of the big pay-per-views in company history because it's going to be a very risky gamble of whether or not this pays off. Where is he? John Cena is gone. He's still hurt. He won't be back until December, January, February, March. So I got about 5 months. So that's at the tail end of April. So 5 months out from the return of John Cena. So we'll see. We'll just see how this goes. We are going to have four uh, TNA explosions, and then the final resolution, and then the end of the year recap, and see how things go. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. There's not a whole lot else to really cover. We made money last time. I got nobody waiting to sign. We are coming up to maybe some contracts coming up. I don't know. We'll have to find out as they come along. But for now, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna book through some of these shows, get closer to the end date, and see how things develop. If anything weird happens, you'll be informed. Otherwise, we'll just pick back up when the show begins. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, here we are. Teen Explosion number 99, almost to number 100. Sting leads off a promo in front of a crowd of 5,800 people. He talks about it's after all the trials and tribulations, getting his title, finally, having to deal with Lance Cage shenanigans, getting it back to immediately, in his mind, getting kind of screwed by Paul Heyman, interfering in the match. He believes he's got a shot. And so, the main event tonight was supposed to be just Lesnar versus Styles. Sting has said, let's have all three of us go. Triple threat match. The winner goes and takes on Batista at Final Resolution. So the main event tonight is going to be Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Sting. The winner goes on to face Batista. That is determined here. We then follow that up with America's Most Wanted versus the Culture Club. With the tag team titles being held by Shawn Michaels and Samoa Joe, TNA needs a couple tag teams to go at it to try and figure out who's going to be the winning or who's going to face them at the pay-per-view. The Culture Club is the first one up. Uh, uh, the first inductees of the TNA Hall of Fame back when Paul London fucking left, and then he came back. America's Most Wanted, who've been here since day one. They go at it, and Culture Club gets the victory. Kind of a rare victory for them in this weird little tag team tournament thing we're gonna have. America's Most Wanted out already. Kind of a shock. We then have a promo backstage. If anything, maybe pre-taped, where Paul Heyman was propping up Batista, essentially just saying, like it doesn't matter what you do for, your world heavyweight title. Whether it's Styles, Brock. Hey, if you get the tattered carcass of Cena back in here, he wouldn't make a difference either. Essentially saying that Batista's the man, he's gonna win, and ECW will be reborn. We then follow that up. Just a Vampiro Michael Shane match, because we're doing the Vampiro push. That's what we're doing. Segment rating of a 53. AJ Styles and Punk have a promo. It's been a while since they've sat down and talked. It probably been 4 episodes ago. I don't know. Not I don't remember off the top of my head. Essentially, Punk's hyping him up. He lost Lesnar last week. He lost it. Oh, maybe not last week. Maybe 2 weeks ago. He's trying to hype up Styles, being like, okay, you got this. You'll win. I'd rather you than Lesnar, after all the bad blood they had with him. We follow that up. Abyss defends his United States title, number 10, against Brian Christopher, a segment rating of 47. We then follow it up. Brock Lesnar, Jim Cornette promo. Cornette saying, like, the Tower of Power, this guy's going to kill you. And Lesnar does some weird gorilla noises that makes you think, okay, that man could kill you. And then he goes out and he kills him. that's essentially what happens. And a very good way to end off the show. He beat Sting with a shooting star press. I couldn't have asked for something better. The triple threat goes pretty normally. It's pretty much all three of them are in the ring. They're going at it. There's very little times where it's just the two people in the ring and they're just buying time. Essentially, the end of the match. Oh God, how do I want to put that? Sting gets Styles into the Scorpion Deathlock as he's sitting there. Lesnar comes in, takes his head off, hits Sting with the F5. Styles breaks it up. Styles goes for his off the rope, over the reverse DDT he does, but when he springboards off of it, Lesnar catches him, F5s him out to the floor. It hits Sting with another F5 and then does the shooting star press, or maybe just hits him with the shooting star press. But the fact of the matter is, Brock Lesnar wins, and Brock Lesnar is finally gonna get a one-on-one match for the championship. 75. I'll take that. That's pretty good. And we made 70 grand. Most of that was just we paid for everything with just merch and broadcast almost. That's pretty damn good. Oh, okay, this is very good. 67. 6-7, do the hand thing. 51, 52, 59, 61, 55, 51, 47, 48, 67, 59, 54, 36. Not bad. High, just incredible. God, your stats are really good. That would almost be worth bringing you onto the team. I have a feeling somebody gave him a little high. Like a lot of those guys, it's like, yeah, they're popular, but just being popular to mean that your stats are going to be great, I wouldn't normally think so anyway. All right, here we are. TNA Explosion number 100. Held in front of 5,600 people in the Viking Hall of Bristol. That's a little less than what we had last time. We open up this show with a... oh, I forgot to put the title on the line. A TNA United States title match between Abyss and Elix Skipper. And Abyss defends his title for the 11th time, beating him with a Boss Man Slam or a Black Hole Slam. Great in-ring, have great chemistry, but he was rusty and he hasn't wrestled in a while. I think his last match was back in March, so definitely a long time ago, but we'll get him back up to speed. Following that, we have a backstage segment because of how the world title situation is going to be looking. We're going to have a contract signing later tonight. So Jim Cornette and Paul Heyman are in the same building. They see each other, and then they start screaming at each other. Just, all right, this Paul, Jim, you have 5 minutes. Go out there and just talk. Make me money. They go out there and they have almost a 90 plus promo segment right here, just scraping at each other, bringing up past stuff, shared history, things of that nature. We then go over to the other side of the bracket for the tag team tournament thing that we got going on. The Afternoon Express and the newly reformed Haas brothers, coming back from their pre-show hell, I guess they were in, and they end up winning this match. Charlie Haas beats Jerry Lynn with a Haas of Pain. They go on to the next week. It'll be them versus the Culture Club. Winner takes on Shawn Michaels and Samoa Joe. We then follow that up with the contract signing. Oh, Jesus Christ. This was a 21-minute segment. Uh, and it went, still got an 85. So everybody here did a damn good job. And you're telling me Paul Heyman, Jim Cornette, Austin, and Foley could not talk for that long? Jesus. Then we go to the main event of the evening. It is an X Division Championship match. Earlier in the night, I guess it wasn't down, but we could just headcanon it to um, Jeff Jarrett comes out. Oh, where Jeff Jarrett comes out. We don't have. I would have, it's the 100th episode. I would have loved to have done a milestone world heavyweight title match, something to that effect. But because Batista is refusing to do it, and that wasn't in his contract, I can't do that. But what I can do is have an X Division title match. So Takashi Iizuka comes out to defend his X Division title against Steve Corino, just meant to be, hey, everybody, we're going to sell some tickets. There's an X Division title match. Come watch it. And then Steve Corino actually wins it because debuting in TNA is Shane Douglas, who comes out, hits Iizuka with oh god, what's his finisher called? Franchiser. Um, Rolls out of the ring. Carino pins him 1, 2, 3. We have a new X Division champion, and then you go up to the ramp where Douglas, Heyman, and Carino are celebrating. ECW gets another title and 65. We made $68,000 and we lost a little bit in the Southeast. It didn't go down a number, but it did go in the red. We gained 3 popularity pips everywhere else, though, so that's pretty good. Hi, King Kong Bundy. God, you are not good technically or anything. I mean, fighting, like brawling is okay. Like that's passable, I suppose. All right, anything here? Ryback wants a pay raise request. Oh boy. All right, here we are, episode number 101, held in front of a sold out crowd at the Viking Hall of Bristol. We start off the night with a hot opener, Shawn Michaels versus Bob Holly. Shawn Michaels being part of seemingly Team ECW, and Bob Holly still being part of Camp Cornette. They go out, they have a match. It did pretty good, got a 16. That's a pretty good way to start off the night. And then follow up, Masahiro Chono is demanding a rematch for Takashi Iizuka for the X Division title. CM Punk shows up, says, I want that shot. I may have lost to Brock Lesnar, but it's Brock freaking Lesnar. I think I deserve a pretty good shot at that. Chono challenges him. He's like, oh, if you know what, if you can beat me, you could take on Iizuka, but it's got to be tonight. Punk says, fine, I'll do that. He goes out, and we'll have that match later. Abyss and Jimmy Rave have a match. They have great chemistry. Got a 59. This is defense number 12 of the TNA United States title. Very good match. I'm actually happy about that. We then follow that up with a tag team match. The winner of this goes to take on Shawn Michaels and Samoa Joe at the pay-per-view. Culture Club beats the Haas brothers. Charlie Haas gets pinned by Jason Cross. A 64. That's the best match of the night so far. We then we then go into the gauntlet. Essentially, if Chono beats Punk, Takashi Iizuka gets the title shot at the pay-per-view no matter what. If Punk beats Chono, he then has to go take on Takashi Iizuka. tonight. After 12 minutes, Punk beats Chono and got a 75. We then follow that up as Punk is like, all right, yay, I won. And then Takashi Iizuka comes out, hits him from behind. We then follow that up with a match that is just as good, thank God. Oh, that I was terrified that this was going to be a lot worse. Takashi Iizuka gets beat as well. Punk wins back-to-back matches and will face Steve Corino at Final Resolution. Following the match, Chono's berating Takashi. Mitsuharu Misawa comes down, and he and Chono get into like a shoving match. Essentially, ends off with a 74. Very good end of the show. We made $77,500, and the Southwest and Mid Atlantic are up to 60. That's one, two, three, four regions that are above 60. Just need to get 5 to 77. Hello, Kevin Martinson. I feel like the camera is so close to your face, I can kind of see up your nose. According to this, you're not good at Puroresu, you're not good at hardcore, and you're not good at aerial. The Little Mermaid. Alright. Shawn Michaels has an opinion. Paul London doesn't connect with the fans. You should probably write him off. Oh, almost 500,000 on that one. Yeah, he smiled at me weird, so we gotta fire him. All right, here we are. TNA Explosion number 102, held in front of another sold out crowd. We start off the night with Vampiro taking on Elix Skipper, who is still rusty, but they still put on a pretty good segment, so all's forgiven. A 54 to start off the night. We then follow that up with the 13th defense of the United States title for Abyss, a 56 segment rating. Very good match. I'm actually very happy about that. We then follow that up. Shane Douglas and Paul Heyman come out. They're talking about the M2K, the Japanese invasion, how it failed. Shane Douglas is just mocking them ruthlessly. Iizuka comes out, attacks him. They already had a match scheduled for tonight, so the match starts. 64, all right. Shane Douglas beats Takashi Iizuka with a Fisherman's Buster. And then after the match, he goes to attack him. Sting comes down, chases him off. That's the match the two of them are gonna have at the pay-per-view. Shane Douglas versus Sting. We then follow that up with the main event of the evening. Oh, that did get a 69. That's nice. Uh, Fun fact: Steve Corino got hurt. Not on this show. Working at one of his other gigs. He got a whiplash, so he had a neck injury in this match, and took a big toll on him, but still came out pretty good. He had a what? He had a 40. This might have hit over 70 then. Shawn Michaels hits Paul London with a super kick. Said, "You got no charisma, kid." Wham! Kicked him right in the face. 69. After that, you have the winning ECW team standing tall at the end with Paul Heyman, 76, and a 68. I will take that. Nice, very simple, $69,000 show. Ooh, couple bips. Always good right before pay-per-view. That'll turn into a lot of money. And money is what I want. You know, the Beatles wrote a whole song about how much they wanted money. And then George Harrison wrote a song about how much he hated taxes. Everybody, no matter where you're from, becomes American when it comes down to taxes. Strained rotator cuff. Eek. That's not fun. Somehow less this time around. And Randy Orton's going to become a TNA talent. Maybe. We'll have to see. We are 2 days away, so I'll just skip ahead. Hey, Matt. You have a. Oh, you're the unibrow guy. Different Matt Striker. Okay. Whenever I hear the name Matt Striker in wrestling, I immediately think of. Oh, God. Was he a teacher? Was that his gimmick? I know he did commentary for Booker T's return in 2012, and I actually didn't think he did that bad. All right, nothing new there. Mike Sparks. It's a referee. Oh, Chris Candido. Hold on. We may be bringing it. Fuck you, Sean. It's Chris Candido. Oh, he's got a better offer. What if I give him 10% bonus? Haha. Come on down, Chris Candido. ECW talent coming into the revamp of ECW. This will be perfect. That's going to get much higher. All right. I'll advance. Just hi, New Jack. I definitely can't hire you. There won't be a show if I hire you. Yeah, that was yeah. As fun as it would be to be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna bring New Jack out here, and he's just gonna be cutting promos. Hold on. What? There's a fair amount of people now. Do we want the worm for $39,000? Well, Rhino. Oh, he wants 150 grand. Oh, okay. Well, I'm giving Randy. Okay, well that settles that for me. I could probably get the worm. Tori Wilson. They want $101,000. Oh, I can't do that. Not for. I don't even have a women's division. Her stats are good though. Mm, her stats are good though. Oh, I've wanted to have a women's division. So I guess we may need to pay some money to get a good one. Uh, is this even going to be enough? Nope. 5 years? Nope. Bonus. Yeah, ECW is not going to be having anything. Oh my god. That's $330,000. That is redonkulous. Hold on. You're trying to fight me for Chris Candido? I will win this. Oh, he is seriously considering both offers. I'm giving him 61. They're giving him 73, and it's an even fight. They're giving him. I'll give him 20% bonus. Yeah, we just win. They were offering him 12 grand a month more. Now the real question: do I want the worm or do I not? All right, here we are for the final event of the year for TNA Wrestling, held in front of over 20,000 people at the Thompson Bowling Arena. Final Resolution 2008 kicks off with a opening promo duel between Shane Douglas and Sting. Douglas telling Sting he's about to get franchised. Sting saying it's showtime. Pretty standard stuff. They go out. They have a decent opener match, although these are dire. Shane Douglas wins. ECW goes up 1-0. The team that gets the most points wins, essentially. TNA guy Sting versus ECW guy Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas wins round 1. Round 2, CM Punk Steve Corino for the X Division Championship. Another promo duel ends in a 68. Steve Corino beats CM Punk with an old school expulsion. A 68, he retains the title. That puts ECW 2-0, which means they just have to win one match. One more out of the next three, and they take home the prize. Following it up, tag team title action. The Culture Club defeats Shawn Michaels and Samoa Joe in a huge, tremendous upset after Jason Cross hits Samoa Joe with the Unprettier, and they win the ECW World Tag Team titles. A segment rating of 66. We then follow that up right after the match. Paul London and Jason Cross get the hell out of the ring with the titles. They are celebrating. Paul Heyman is beside himself. Joe is beside. Everyone on ECW side is pissed. This is if there was a match that was an upset, it was this one. We then follow that up. AJ Styles is the mystery guy they choose to send out to fight Abyss, who's siding with ECW. AJ Styles wins the match and becomes the first ever Grand Slam champion in TNA history, I believe, with this victory. A wrestling rating of 72, but a segment rating of 61. I don't like this number. I wish it was higher. Because anytime in TNA when AJ and Abyss actually fought, they had some pretty damn good matches. But yeah, boom, right there. ECW won the first two. TNA wins the next two. We go into the main event. But before we get to the main event, AJ Styles is celebrating. You know, it's a big celebration. He's the first Grand Slam champion. Won the world title, won the X Division Tag Team United States. Not bad for a guy. We then fall, 76, we'll take that. Considering this is just a big hoss fight, well, I'll take this. In an exceptional match, Batista and Lesnar, guys who have been allied, or at least part of the same team, for years before they went their own separate ways. Now they clash on opposite sides of this. Batista beats Brock Lesnar straight up, wins and defends the ECW World Heavyweight Championships, a wrestling rating of 83. A very good match. Paul Heyman is jubilant. What this means now, ECW won 3-2, which means there will be a draft, and ECW will take half of TNA's pay-per-view dates. So ECW will be revived again. They'll have a draft, and after that, they will have separate pay-per-views. I think what we'll probably do is we'll have 5 ECW, 5 TNA, and then 2 joint. Lockdown will definitely be a joint one. I mean, that's just the perfect, in my mind, a perfect pay-per-view to have a cross brand fight. And then whatever our end of year, maybe Slammiversary, but I feel like they would be a little too close. So we'll see. I may shuffle things around, but we'll have to see. But yeah, at 76, hell yeah, I will gladly take that for the final show of the year. Address the locker room. Punk is gonna be pissed. Samoa Joe's gonna be pissed, and Brock's gonna be a little pissed. Yeah, these are the guys who did not want to lose or take the pin. Punk was pleased. Joe was pleased. Brock was very happy. Financial report: we made $1.17 million. India went up. Japan all went up. And everything except Puerto Rico went up by 1. We're at 68 now. Hell yes. Media scrum. We didn't see Matt Hardy. Was just giving a break. He remains important part. Remains important part. You hired Perry Saturn recently. How do you see him fitting in on the roster? I have high hopes for him. Ooh, I should not have done that. With AJ Styles having won the United States title tonight, is this the start of a big push for him? I have a lot of faith. It's being considered a success. How do you feel? He was like the whole roster should be very proud. It didn't appear. It's an important part. Okay, good. Yeah, being like, yeah, well, yeah, we hired. I paid that man like $100,000 a month. Of course, he's gonna get a push. And everyone was like, the telltale thing. They did. They will remember this. They're not happy about it. Oh, how pissed is Punk and Joe gonna be? I hope they're not too bad. You could not pay me to sign Gerald Briscoe. You could pay me to sign Jim Ross, and you definitely could pay me to sign Stevie Richards. It spiked out. Oh, hold on. I should not get my hopes up. Yep, that's what I thought. We're too small. Damn it. Well, can I get Spike? Why is Spike $118,000? Oh, I just got a point where I'm making a ton of money. Why is his technical a 78? What? His popularity is in the high 70. All right, Jim. Jim is $71,000. That I will gladly pay $90,000. to bring in Jim Ross. Oh, Austin loves this idea. Of course, Austin does. I will bring him down. At least I'll make the offer. If WWE wants to give him a bigger deal. Uh, Steven Richards is nice. Bring him down. Bring him down. And then Spike. Oh, who's this? Crash. A cheaper Spike Dudley. Why is his technical an 87? Okay, this is gonna be our ECW feud for the world title. It'll be Spike Dudley, Crash Holly, and Batista. Ah, does that not sound like something everybody wants to put to see? Matt Hardy's contract is ending. How much does he want? He wants 70 grand. Oh, okay. He currently makes that much. Yeah, we'll extend an offer. He'll be worth more on the roster than somebody else's, for me anyway. I gotta be careful I don't end up banging too much. Okay, all right, Tenzon's here. He's popular in America. I could. Do I really want to continue this Japanese invasion thing I got going on? Because it just has not been working. Uh, I should say it hasn't been working, but it kind of fell off the face of the earth because, oh, what's his name? I can't. Kensuke Sasaki left right after I gave him the title. Uh, I I would think about bringing in Spike Dudley if it weren't for the fact that he's $118,000. I think I won't do that. But now do I want to bring in? Well, I think bringing him in is a better idea. He's not. Spike has better all around, but fucking Crash Holly's technical and his psychology are better. So I may do that. I'm gonna bring him in. All right. All right. We're gonna see if I horribly regret that decision. We are at we only got $742,000. Oh, everything took a hit. Broadcast revenue actually went up, but ticket sales went down. Pay-per-view revenue went down hard. Merchandise went down too. How much did the game world get? The economy went down to weak. Oh, tell me it's not going all the way down to zero. That would be bad. I would not be happy. Speaking about losing money, they're at they might be. They might hit 500,000 in losses. Okay, we got a couple days. We'll just run through these last few days. We'll go over all of the end of the year accolades. We'll see how many people we got on the Power 500, and we'll look at um company end of year awards, which there should be a fair amount. Um, okay, cool. We got Randy. Um, CMLL made an offer for Crash Holly. Their offer is not being seriously considered. All right, hold on. WWE is fighting me for Jim. He's a 91. That actually went up. It was a 90 just before. Um, and I have Austin. Your offer is not being seriously considered. Here's a 10% per event. Yep. All right. We go one more day. That is a picture. Uh, I don't know what is trying to be conveyed in that picture. I just see nothing but sheer terror. Looks like they got about to play hockey at one point. May or may not have. Somehow his experience is an 87 out of the Limelight China. Is this fake China? No, this is real China. No, this is WC. Oh, because she's got a broken neck. Yeah, she's mad she hasn't been on a show for over a year. It's like, yeah, I think I know why. Oh, he's not going back. We're getting him. Oh, Matt Hardy. Oh, did that say WCW was offering him $89,000? Yes, it is. All right, Matt. Thank you for stopping by. I will have you job out. All right. Final day. Here we go. Oh, actually, January 1st, we're gonna have 5 shows in January. I guess this is gonna be the draft. Maybe I'll do a thing where if you leave a comment, you can make a suggestion of who goes where, and I may take it because I'm wondering. Well, that might be fun. Just being like, yeah, John Cena sent him to ECW. When he shows up, he just is like, oh, well, hi there. Maybe send AJ over there. I don't know. Or no, the best guy. Oh, did I say I gave an offer for Scotty Too Hottie, right? Because now I got an idea. We is oh hi Hal. Is that Kiwi? What? Hold on. He's the WCW World Heavy. Hold on a second. Is because that's a picture of him wearing a TR. That is the first picture that comes up when you look up this man on Google. Did he go to TNA? It is Kiwi. Oh my god. How? Why? Oh, it is that guy. It's the guy who sent Buff Bagwell into retirement. He's the WCW World Champion. He was just voted Wrestler of the Year. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to respond to this. I all right, Trish Stratus. That that checks out. Company of the Year, WCW. When your Wrestler of the Year is from, yeah, WCW is the best Company of the Year. Their best wrestler was Alan Funk. No disrespect to Alan Funk, but my God, tag team Chris Jericho and Lance Storm, pretty good, pretty good. Michelle McCool and Starla Saxton. Who in the hell is Starla Saxton? Well, I guess I won't find out because it just came up with Michelle McCool. Match of the year was when Goldberg beat Triple H at WrestleMania 24. Show of the year was WCW Sin, which was held in January. Young Wrestler of the Year is Psycho Clown. Oh, wrong way. Ooh, that is a 1,000 yard stare if I've ever seen it. Linda Poundstone won the Female Young Wrestler of the Year. Who is she signed by? WWE. Okay. Male Veteran Wrestler, Booker T. I feel like he wins this award every year. That's just my feeling. I don't know if that's true. Female Wrestler of the Year is the fake China, who's 99 years old. How did you're supposed to die? How did you not die? How many matches did you have? Holy fuck, you were on WWE. You wrestled 78 times from January to July. You got beat by They had you jobbing out to Kane and Conan. Yeah, I'm not coming. You just had a match where you, Taker, and Big Show beat Jimmy Wang Yang and the Hay Crew. And then And then it was like, yeah, I'm not coming back. Okay, so then they jobbed you out to Conan twice, had you get beat by Kane on metal, and then had you jobbed as Steven Richards. What? Jesus. Is no one going to talk about the fact that WWE had a 99-year-old person wrestling? Most improved. Hey! Alright, that's pretty fucking good right there. Most improved company is my developmental company. Hell yeah. How much did you go up? From beginning of the year to the end, you started at 13, ended at 25. Uh, Everything else was 5 or lower, and a lot of these were 0. Now they're at 16, 25, 30. Actually, wait a minute. What am I doing? You can all see that right there. Oh wait, no, maybe you guys can't see that. 1 second. Can you or can you not? You cannot. 16 in the Great Lakes, 25 in the Mid-Atlantic, 13, 13, 13, 12, 16, 12, 16, 11, 11. So yeah, they made a big jump this year. That's very good. Hayabusa, I have him. He's signed. I haven't used him in a while, but he has been voted male independent wrestler of the year 4 times. Female independent wrestler. Hey, Maiko Satomura. I hired you at the start of this, and then I could never use you. Male manager of the year is Roddy Piper. Female is Maria Kanellis in WWE. You're 58,000. Why do all of you people cost so much money? Tony Schiavone, I signed him. Color commentator Paul Heyman, I signed him too. Female color commentator Bull Nakano. Okay. Male referee is Tiger Hattori. And Nikon Lee wins again. She's only got a 72. Is there no other? She's won every year. Right? Yeah, she's won it 8 times. She's won this fucking thing every year since we started. I think the same is true for Tiger Hattori. Yeah, he's won it 8 times. He's got a 99. Okay, well, you know what? I think I found out why. There's an offer? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Is anybody else? What in the fuck is going on here? WWE is calling up a ton of people for the new year. All right, well, we're gonna make an offer. Okay, never mind. We can't. We're too small for him. Damn. Uh oh, Punk. No, Punky boy. No. Okay, well then. We're gonna reject this. Okay. He didn't immediately get pissed off. Uh Stratus went back to WWE. That doesn't surprise me. Uh WWE. Oh, they offered him 86 grand and he's not going back. Punk. Oh, Punk and Joe are pissed. All right. Punky baby. Here's $25,000. Okay, you're annoyed. I can live with that. Joe. $25,000. You're irritated. I'm fine with that. Okay. Crisis potentially averted. Uh, Anything else here? Oh, I guess I never did look at where is it? Pay-per-view buy rate. 820,000 pay-per-view buys. And the end of the year TNA awards have been dropped. So let's pop over and take a look at that. Male wrestler of the year is Brock Lesnar. That's not a surprise. Female wrestler of the year, haven't had one since 2005. Male tag team of the year was Al Snow and Jerry Lynn. They put on the best matches. Male young wrestler of the year is Kevin Steen. Bob Holly, veteran wrestler of the year. Match of the year was AJ Styles and Matt Hardy beating Bob Holly and Brock Lesnar at against all odds. Card of the year was Bound for Glory, which surprisingly enough is not was not where that match took place. Male manager of the year was Dwayne Play-by-play commentary is Mike Tenay, Don West, Mickey J wins it again. All right. This man has a stranglehold on our referee division. Nope, did not want to open up my notes. I guess the last thing we can look at real quick uh, before we move on, because I think that's the end, is our Power 500. Technically, Randy Orton wasn't a part of our roster until technically he's still not. Shane Douglas joined in right at the end, and he had the worst two matches with me. Al Snow, Shawn Michaels, Michelle McCool, Hayabusa. We used once, and that was his worst match. Man, you could really see outside of that 170 down here with Kota Ibushi, every other match is like TNA, 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 and those are all the worst ones. Perry Saturn um, is here, hasn't officially joined yet, so none of those count. Mark Jindrak. Yeah, he did join halfway through the year. He had 5 wins and 38 losses. Did all 5 of the wins come with me? One. No, I only had him win 3 times. So he had 2 other wins elsewhere. Matt Hardy, he's buggering off. Jerry Lynn is here. He had a pretty good. No, I got him halfway through the year too. Brock Lesnar is a 132. He has been here the whole time. 22 wins and 12 losses. He went up. Steve Carino has been about the same, but I has been using pretty much. Rodriguez, I haven't used very much at all. He was doing wonders over there. Styles, he only had 18 matches, but that's because he was hurt for much of the year. He only came back toward the end. Punk, but Batista made it all the way up here. Scott D'Amore, Lance Cage jumped way up. That's pretty good. Vampiro is doing well. Bob Holly's doing well. Sting jumped up a lot too. That's good to see. Samoa Joe went down. Chono definitely went down. I haven't used him. I didn't use him very much. Takashi Iizuka went up. Mitsuharu Misawa went down. Love that picture for Steen. Went up. Sonny Siaki went down. Chavo Guerrero. I have Chavo? I do. I forget I have Chavo because that's not the picture he had before. Liger. Hero's been about the same. Williams went down a lot. Haas's went up. Chris Harris went down. Oh, he didn't play, so he went up. Same thing for James Storm. They're right next to each other. But then again, that makes sense because their matches are the same. Brian Christopher, we got halfway through the year. Kota Ibushi, he's just been kind of around. And Russ Haas jumps up here too. So we've not a good year on that front. 500 and $420,000. We had to pay $225,000 in taxes. Yeesh. We might be losing money for a couple months, but that is something we're gonna have to find out at a later point. Now, I've already got the brand split ready to go. It's just a matter of assigning these guys. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys pick one. As long as somebody else in the comments doesn't pick a guy, technically they're all open for business. So go ahead, take a look. If you need to pause, go ahead and pause. Who is it? Kota Ibushi is the end guy right there. Oh, okay. LA Park. That's who else is available. And then Ultimate Guerrero and Vampiro were the final two. So go ahead, pause, see who we have here. We've also, hold on. Here's our developmental. I will be moving some of these people around. So yeah, all of these guys are also available for the taking. Hey, maybe if someone's like, no, I want ECW to have a women's division, I can start sending women over there. That'll be up for whoever wants to partake in this. I'll leave it up for a week or so, and we'll see We'll see if anybody does anything, because if not, then next episode will just be the draft. Because that's going to take a while because there's a lot of guys. But that's where we're going to end it off for now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.